size. They did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up. To the 26.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
At the 23-yard line.
Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Marquise Brown.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Ravens nothing.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
At the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their
The
own
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like. To have back as it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10. At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brought down at the 39.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the...
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Tackle made at the 36-yard
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 9-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get...
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now, I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Second down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Complete to number 42.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position. It's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Another run here with Sanders. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 8. First down, Philadelphia. Wentz now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Eagles 7. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Out to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
By the Ravens.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
9-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late in that margin that he had on the defenders.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to...
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 83 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch.
I think that when he was telling me that, he was designing run after catch in every play. That's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
A lone second remains now in this third quarter. They go play action here on first down. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 49 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. On play action, Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
They'll take over.
On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Back at the 38-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
First and 10.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 41, Jackson, quick slant to Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. You call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his throw here's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
The score, Ravens 37, Eagles 14. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just. Deshaun Jackson off to the races, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. Now this time Wentz will throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
37, Eagles 22.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Wiggles free. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. good, so that will get them back within one score.
Bengals 37, Eagles 29. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott about to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Philly.